with a great future. So many great things going on. The mayor and I have talked about this a lot. She and I are both very optimistic about the future of Dayton. Its people are resilient, as we've already seen. So for the people of Dayton, there are better days ahead. For the people of Miami Valley, there are better days ahead. Sun will come up. There will be opportunities in the future. We will always remember those who died. We will always be scarred by that. But we will do what Ohioans have always done, and that is push forward.
And there appears to be some connectivity issues over in Ohio. Bear with us. morning, and welcome to the official start of Fox 29's News Now on this Tuesday morning. We're going to get started with some traffic news for you. If you thought traffic in the city was bad, it just got a lot worse. The Chestnut Street Bridge is officially closed for an entire year for construction. It will be a traffic nightmare for the hundreds of pedestrians and 18,000 drivers who cross the Chestnut Street Bridge every day to get to and from University City in West Philadelphia. The $103 million project is not only going to be servicing much needed repairs on the bridge, PennDOT is also adding wider sidewalks and bike lanes. The traffic will be worth it in the long run, but for now it's just a headache for commuters.
Loop through and down the Market and walk an extra block or so.
As inconvenient as it is when it has to be closed for renovations, the good news is it only happens once every 50 to 100 years. So many of us will not be around the next time it happens.
And new surveillance video this morning from last week's armored car robbery in University City. You can see a close-up here of the two suspects police are still searching for. Police say the guards of the armored car were making an ATM delivery at the time when two men with an assault rifle in hand grabbed the cash, and one of the guards fired his weapon. When the shots rang out, the suspects dropped the bags of money and sped off in a red SUV. If you recognize the suspects, you are urged to contact police. And new details have been released on the mass shootings in El Paso, Texas and Dayton, Ohio, as their communities mourn and remember the victims. El Paso police say the accused shooter stopped in Walmart because he was lost and hungry, driving more than 10 hours from Dallas. We also learned two more shooting victims died from their injuries, bringing the death toll in El Paso to 22. Investigators are eyeing racism as a possible factor in the shooting, saying the suspect told them he wanted to kill as many Mexicans as he could. El Paso's mayor also announced President Trump is planning to visit the city tomorrow with mixed reaction. Meanwhile, in Ohio, a Twitter feed appearing to belong to the gunman shows extreme left-wing tweets. The account did not have his name, but did show selfies that resembled photos of the shooter. Twitter removed the account late Sunday, fueling speculation it belonged to him. 9 people were killed in the Dayton, Ohio shooting, including the suspect's sister. Police shot and killed the suspect less than a minute after he opened fire early Sunday morning. And Fox's Ray Bogan is live in El Paso this morning with more on the victims.
Well, Ray Bogan is live in El Paso with more on the victims. And Ray, we certainly noticed a difference in the memorial this morning. It looks like it's certainly growing.
Mike and Alex, good morning to you. That's right. This memorial has been growing ever since Saturday. Yesterday, a man came all the way from Illinois and he placed down 21 white crosses. There are 22 victims, but at the time he was here, there were only 21. One of those victims is a 15-year-old who is in his second week of his sophomore year of high school.
Hours after 2 more people in the El Paso Walmart shooting died in the hospital, authorities releasing a list of those who lost their lives. The youngest victim, 15-year-old Javier Amir Rodriguez, remembered during a vigil at his high school Monday.
Please hug your family, appreciate your friends, because you never know when's the last time you're going to see them.
Behind the store, a line of white crosses becoming a growing memorial honoring each of the deceased. And in nearby Las Cruces, New Mexico, people coming together in a show of solidarity with El Paso.
We need to put a stop to this hate, to this bigotry, to this racism.
In Dayton, Ohio, people coming together to pay tribute to those who died in Sunday's rampage, from intimate backyard gatherings remembering victims such as this 25-year-old father of 4.
Thomas was one of the most loving young men around.
To a public memorial at the scene of the shooting and in the hometown of the gunman.
I would love to know why.
But the message in both cities is clear. They want to see an end to gun violence.
I want not just President Trump, I want all our politicians in the House and the Senate to come together and stop this stupid bickering over stuff. Do what's right for our country.
As you mentioned, President Trump is expected to visit El Paso tomorrow. He's going to be meeting with the first responders and victims' families. But his visit is quickly becoming controversial. Some people say they don't want him here. For instance, El Paso's Congresswoman Veronica Escobar says President Trump is not welcome and he should not come while the city is still mourning. Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, it's going to go. Thank you, Ray. 7:09. Well,
And moving on to consumer news this morning. If you're a fan of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Krispy Kreme, we have some good news for you. Fox Business's Tracy Carrasco has more.
I got to tell you, if there's a Krispy Kreme donut in my presence, I will consume part of it.
Yeah, especially when the light is on. Then whether they're hot and fresh and gooey.
Oh, you mean like
yeah,
Krispy
actual
Kreme.
Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme locations.
Sometimes I'll eat them in the dark. So Tracy, what do they have going on this morning?
They've just unveiled their Reese's Lovers Original Filled Donuts. These are two new creations. Krispy Kreme is out with two very different versions. So one is an original glazed donut filled with chocolate, and it has a peanut butter glaze. The other is an original filled with a peanut butter inside, and then it has a chocolate glaze. So depending on which you like more, peanut butter or chocolate, that's maybe how you can make your decision. Or you could just get both. Krispy Kreme has a little 2-pack where you can get both, just like the Reese's candy where you get 2 peanut butter cups. So now you get 2 donuts to try out. These are available just for a limited time. So I think the last time they had some sort of peanut butter donut was back in 2017, and it was a big hit.
Big hit. Well, the trouble is the picture looks like a clogged artery.
It does. It looks really packed. Like it's a lot of filling in there. I don't know. Tracy, I have to admit, the reason why I wanted to do this particular story is I thought, oh, we could get in some Krispy Kreme Reese's donuts and have them in and try them out. There's not one near our studio at all. Apparently there's not one in the city as far as a Krispy Kreme location. I know you can buy them at like 7-Eleven, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the other closest one is not until like New Jersey. So I guess we'll just have to trust other people's opinion on this one.
There's one in Penn Station here, so I think that's the closest. Until they build that new flagship location that's going to be literally half a block from our studio here.
I'm so sorry.
I'll be able to smell, I think, the fresh hot donuts.
I believe
a flagship location? Fancy.
My first Krispy Kreme was at Penn Station in New York. It's because it's on a corner. You can't miss it.
I've never noticed it.
Oh, it's on a corner.
It's pretty small.
Yeah, but right there, yeah. If you go out toward Madison Square Garden, it's right there by the tie shop.
Okay. I'll have to look for it then. Maybe I'll get the Reese's one.
Love it.
And moving on to your Fox 29 weather authority this morning. The Philadelphia area is slated for a humid day Tuesday with scattered thunderstorms. Temperatures are expected to reach a high of around 85 degrees. And those scattered thunderstorms are expected to carry over into Wednesday before we finally dry out for Thursday and into the weekend. Here we have a look at current temperatures in our area. A mild 73 degrees up in the Poconos, 76 in Reading, already 80 degrees here in Philadelphia, and slightly cooler down the shore, 75 over in Toms River, 78 in Atlantic City, and in Wildwood as well. Looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, again, it's going to be a humid, stormy day today, Tuesday, and scattered storms are expected to carry over into Wednesday, potentially Thursday, before we dry out for the weekend, which as of this moment appears to be sunny and pleasant with temperatures in the mid-70s. And don't forget to download the latest version of the Fox 29 Weather Report app to have the latest forecast right at your fingertips. More gun violence in our city as 2 people are in the hospital this morning after a shooting in North Philadelphia. It happened just after 10 last night on West North Street near North 23rd Street. So far, no word on the victim's conditions and no arrests have been made. And 2 fugitives are off the street in Burlington County after New Jersey State Police and the U.S. Marshal says that they were arrested for a long list of weapons and drug charges and having homemade explosives. Police say 39-year-old Nicholas Slayton and 33-year-old Rebecca Willis of Mount Holly were arrested Sunday at a home in Evesham Township. During the arrest, detectives seized more than 5 ounces of meth, half a kilo of cocaine, and more than $2,000 cash. And in Bucks County, police need your help finding a bank robber. They say he robbed the PNC Bank on West Trenton Avenue in Falls Township back in May. The man allegedly passed a note demanding cash to the teller, saying that he was armed, then ran off. Police are hoping pictures of his distinctive hat and tattoos will help catch him. And in Delaware County, a man has turned himself in after tagging dozens of locations in the borough and in nearby Upper Providence. This was the scene as spray paint covered so many places in town. When Fox 29 went to check it out, a man came forward saying his 21-year-old son was one of the 3 responsible. He went with his son to turn himself into police and took off work to make sure he cleaned everything up.
I would be more happy had it not happened, but certainly I'm happy that he came forward. Kids make mistakes. I've made mine. I'm sure everybody's made theirs, and I'm glad they're owning up to it.
Media Bureau police confirmed they identified all 3 suspects. They say charges could be pending, but right now it remains under investigation. And happening today, it's National Night Out for police departments and communities across the country. And many events are taking place in our area. This is video from the past event. is an annual community building campaign created to strengthen the relationship between police departments and the communities they serve. If you want to take part, events will be taking place in Mount Laurel, Wynwood, Haverford, Gloucester, and Linwood, just to name a few. Those events start around 6 tonight and include food, games, and music. And on Good Day this morning, our own Dr. Mike joined us to talk brain trauma and its relationship to football, as well as the benefits of going vegan.
Okay, our high schoolers are practicing football now. Now there's another study about brain injuries, concussions, CTE, all that kind of stuff. And Dr. Mike is in. What's the study say?
Basically, over half of professional football players who donated their brains after they died had something called CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. And so that brings up the big question. Is playing football safe? And the issue is there are risks associated with it. I don't let my son, who's 11, play football. I don't let him play hockey. He plays baseball. And I hope he plays tennis and golf someday. But the bottom line is that he unfortunately chose me as his father, and he probably, although I want to dash his hopes, is not going to make it into the NFL. Okay? So he needs to use his brain, and the bottom line is that that's what I'm concerned about.
Okay, how do you know if you have an injury like this? Is it a blood test?
No, it's an autopsy, and they look at the brain tissue. And the bottom line is that now that they're looking at blood tests to see if there are any indications, any biomarkers, and they're working on that. But the bottom line is that you don't want to have head trauma, especially in young people.
Well, that's football.
Football. Basketball, lacrosse, anything with contact, soccer, heading the ball, all of those, and baseball. My son plays baseball. One of his players got hit with a bat.
Do you know if we happen to maybe start kids playing sports later on? Like, is it because we're starting them so young, which unfortunately a lot of people have to do in order to make it to professional sports?
Yeah.
But
I
that make a difference?
There are tremendous benefits to having kids play on team sports. What we need to do is find a way to lessen the impact of impact sports. If we can do that, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the exercise, reducing obesity, all of those tremendous benefits are great. I'm not against football. I love football. We have to change the way we do it, especially for our young people.
So
you're going to make
football.
a couple of $100 million a year.
Powerpuff.
You take your chances, but you may have dementia later on in life.
I think the NFL's trying to be better about it.
Yes.
Dr. Mike, thank you.
Love you.
Roll tape.
And more on Good Day this morning. The Battleship New Jersey is hosting a Battle of the Branches that pits the Philadelphia Union USO and the Battleship New Jersey in a soccer tournament on the deck of the battleship to celebrate Military Appreciation Week. Our own birthday boy Thomas Drayton stopped by to check it out.
Thank you so much. Well, it's the Battle of the Branches on the deck of the Battleship New Jersey, and you're invited.
Thomas Drayton is there. Mr.
Are those your branches?
Yeah, these are branches. Happy birthday again, Thomas. What are you watching?
Thank you. I appreciate it. What a way to celebrate the birthday. I see some professional soccer players, although these are military personnel, calling all military because today is your day right here. It is the Battle of the Branches on the Battleship New Jersey. This is a competition like no other. Jack Willard with the Battleship. Good morning to you. I think we just saw a goal right there.
We've had a few.
The stage is all set.
Yeah, we're ready. The Battleship New Jersey, excited to have the Philadelphia Union and USO. We're going to have military personnel here. And we're going to play soccer on the battleship. How cool is that?
And what a perfect setting, the Battleship New Jersey, given the history.
Absolutely. It's our nation's most decorated battleship. It's the largest battleship in our nation's history. Also built just just downriver in Philly, so we're right here at home in Philadelphia. So we're hoping people come on out and watch some soccer today.
Jack, thank you. You mentioned the partnership with Philadelphia Union. Good morning, Alyssa Gentile. This really is a first of its kind.
Absolutely. We're out here on the deck of the Battleship New Jersey. It's one of the most decorated ships in the area. And we teamed up with the USO and the Battleship here to celebrate Military Appreciation Week. So we're running a small-sided soccer tournament on the actual deck of the ship, as you can see. And we've invited active duty and veterans from all over the area just to have some fun with us and lead up to our game on Sunday.
So this kicks off today at 12 o'clock. Give me a rundown of the competition. It's 5-on-5?
5-on-5, 3v3 on the smaller field here. Little nuances of playing on a ship. But we've got 20 teams signed up from all over the area. We've got Army, Navy, Marines, Reserves, Coast Guard, everybody coming out to just have some fun with us. And the winner will get to hoist this bad boy here.
And it's open to the public. Thank you so much, Alyssa. And this, of course, benefits the USO. Kristen Lowe, good to see you from the USO this morning. Over 77 years, you guys have been a vital part helping our military personnel.
Yes, we have.
So all the proceeds is going to benefit the USO today. Tell us about that partnership.
We love this partnership with the Battleship and the Philadelphia Union. We brought out, currently we have the PA Army National Guard here playing. We'll have a whole bunch of other teams here today.
Once again, thank you so much, Christian. It kicks off 12 o'clock today. It's open to the public. Come on down. All right, guys, who threw the first ball overboard? That was you right there. They do have a tugboat on standby that's going to retrieve all the balls. Hey, you guys are with the military. Where'd you pick up the skills?
This is my hidden talent, personally.
Oh, it's your hidden talent?
Yeah, so all the balls overboard is my fault.
All right, all the balls his fault. All right, they're as good as the Philadelphia Union. 12 o'clock today, the Battleship New Jersey. Come on down, take a tour, and enjoy the competition and see if you can get the top prize, that trophy right over there, Mike, Alex.
It's a beautiful trophy.
Sure is. Beautiful ship. Largest. 8:30.
And that is going to do it for us today at Fox 29's News Now. Be sure to catch us again tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 a.m., and follow us at fox29.com, as well as our mobile app, and across social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest breaking news. And thank you for joining us this morning.